In this video, I'm going to show you how to install WordPress plugins automatically from your WordPress dashboard. So to get started, just log in to your WordPress dashboard and click on Plugins, then click on Add New. So this is the main plugins installation page. Now there are a few ways you can find and install WordPress plugins. If you look at the top section here, you can click on Featured to view all the featured WordPress plugins. You can click on Popular to view all the most popular WordPress plugins. Now this is very useful if you want to install some plugins but you really don't know where to get started. And you can also click on Newest or Recently Updated to view all the newest or most recently updated plugins. Now let's go back to the main plugins page by clicking on Add New again. Now the other option is for you to enter a search term over here and then search for the plugin that you want. So I'm going to click on SEO and hit Search Plugins. So here, based on your search term, you can see all the available WordPress plugins. Now to install a WordPress plugin, just go to the plugin that you want to use, and before installation, of course, you can see the ratings for this plugin. So there are tons of WordPress plugins that is available from your WordPress dashboard, but of course you would only want to install the plugins that are working the best, and the only way to determine that is to view the number of ratings here. And you can see this plugin has 93 ratings, right, and it's got 4 stars, so that's pretty okay. So to view more details on the plugin, I can just click on Details. That opens up a new pop-up window over here where I can view all the details about this plugin, including the version of WordPress that is supported by this plugin. So it's compatible up to 3.0.5. I get a message here saying, warning, this plugin has not been tested with your current version of WordPress. So I probably don't want to install this. I can close this box over here and I can find a new plugin that I want to use and click on Install Now. Are you sure you want to install this plugin? Click on OK. And that's about it. If you are on a newer web hosting provider that has the latest version of PHP, etc., your plugin will be downloaded automatically from the plugin location. It will be unpacked automatically and installed automatically. Now if you are not on a more updated or recent web host, then you'll probably see a form here that asks for your FTP information. So that's pretty tedious. So what you want to do is make sure you contact your web hosting provider and ask them to update their hardware to the latest version of PHP, etc., to make life much easier. So once the plugin has been installed, click on Activate Plugin. Okay, so the plugin has been activated and I'll be able to see it here, the SEO Ultimate plugin that I have just installed. And I can always deactivate the plugin. I can also see the new features added by this particular plugin. So whenever you install a new plugin to WordPress, it will probably add a new module over here. In this case, it has added an entirely new SEO module with several option pages. If you do not find any new module over here, then your plugin settings page is probably under settings, so you can click on settings and you can also view the SEO Ultimate settings page over here. Now if you do not find any plugins configuration page under settings, it could also probably be under tools or under other sections of your WordPress dashboard. So that's how easy it is to install new plugins automatically to your WordPress blog. In this video, I'm going to show you how to automatically update your WordPress plugins. So if there is any plugin that needs an update, when you are logged into your WordPress dashboard, you would see the number of plugins here. In this case, it's one plugin that requires an update. So you can just click on installed plugins, and when you look at the list of plugins, you will be able to clearly see the plugins that require an update. In this case, there's the Akismet plugin, and it says here there's a new version of Akismet available, view version 2.5.4 details. You can click on that to be taken to the plugin page where you can get more information about this new update, or click here to update automatically. Then you will be asked to provide your FTP username and FTP password, which is the same as your cPanel username or cPanel password. Now in some cases, depending on the setup of your web hosting account, you may not see the screen at all. But if you do, then just enter your FTP password over here, select regular FTP type, and click on proceed. And you'll be able to see the process that happens in the background while this plugin is being updated, and you get a message here, plugin reactivated successfully. So click return to plugins page, and you will be able to see that this plugin now has been updated. So I am using the latest version of the plugin. So that's how easy it is to automatically update your WordPress plugins from within your WordPress dashboard. In this video, I'm going to show you how to install WordPress plugins manually with FTP. So the first thing you need to do is go to wordpress.org and then click on plugins, and here search for the plugin that you want to install. So in this example, I'm going to type SEO and click on search plugins. Next, click on the title of the plugin that you want to install. I'm just going to click on the first result here, SEO Ultimate. On the plugins page, you will see a brief overview of the plugins itself. And here you can click on screenshots to view some of the available screenshots if they are provided by the plugin author. In this case, you can see all the screenshots available here. Next, you may also want to check the compatibility of this WordPress plugin. As you can see from this section here, you can just select the WordPress version that you're using and check on the feedback of compatibility. Okay, and the minimum requirement for this plugin is clearly stated over here. So to download this plugin, just click on the big download button here. And as you can see over here, the plugin is being saved to my computer. Once the plugin has been saved to my computer, I can just go to the location of the file. The file we just downloaded will be compiled into a zip format. So you need an application that will help you unzip this file. And in most cases, your default Windows or even Mac operating systems already have built-in software that can handle zip files. So just right click and choose extract here, or any other command that is suitable for your computer to extract all the files, and now you get the complete unzipped files, which is basically a folder, and that folder will contain all the files necessary for this plugin to work. Then you need to open up your FTP application, and in this case I'm using the free FileZilla FTP application. So once you have connected to your web hosting account, you should see all your folders over here, and to manually install plugins you need to click to the public_html or www folder, and then click into WP content and click to plugins. So this is where all the plugins would be saved for your WordPress blog, regardless of if you've installed it automatically using the WordPress dashboard or manually, as I'm going to show you here. So now we have to upload the entire plugin. Before you upload the plugin, make sure that there are no nested folders. So in this case, I see the main folder here, and if I click into that folder, it should directly contain all the plugin files. Okay, right click and choose upload, and you can see here the upload progress for this particular plugin. So it may take a while depending on the plugin and exactly how many files are contained within that plugin itself, but you have to wait for the entire upload process to complete. Okay, so now my plugin has been uploaded entirely to my FTP account. Now all you need to do is log in to your WordPress dashboard, go to plugins and click on installed plugins. So in the plugins list, you should see the plugin that you have just uploaded by FTP, and this is the plugin that I have just installed. So now click on activate to activate this plugin. Okay, so now you get the message that the plugin has been activated. So that's how easy it is to manually install a WordPress plugin to your WordPress blog. In this video, I'm going to show you how to automatically install new WordPress themes to your WordPress blog. Once you're logged into your WordPress dashboard, go to Appearance and click on Themes. On the main page, you'll be able to see your current theme as well as any other available installed themes in your WordPress blog. So to install new themes, click on Install Themes. Now all you need to do is find the WordPress theme that you want to install. And since there are thousands of WordPress themes available for free, you can use one of the links above here to view featured WordPress themes, or you can also view the newest WordPress themes, or you can click on recently updated to view all the recently updated WordPress themes. So from what I can see here, alright, so let's say I want to install this WordPress theme. Before installing, I can click on preview, and that will give me a preview of how this theme will look like once I've installed it to my blog. So to install this theme, all I need to do is click on install, and here you get a brief overview of the theme as well as the version. So if you're sure, just click on install now. You'll be asked to provide your FTP username and FTP password, which is the same as your cPanel username and cPanel password. Or depending on your hosting account, you may not see the screen at all and it will happen automatically. So if you see the screen, just enter your FTP password over here, select regular FTP and then click on proceed. Here you'll be able to see the background processes that happen when you install a new theme to your WordPress blog. All you need to do is wait for the automatic process to complete and do not click anywhere else while the theme is being installed to your WordPress blog. Once the theme has been installed, you can click on activate if you want to activate the theme immediately. And here you can see that my current theme now has been switched to the new WordPress theme that I've just uploaded. Let's click on install themes again, and this time we can search for themes either based on keywords, and you can just enter the term here and click search, or if you have a particular method of choosing a WordPress theme, for example you want the colors to match your corporate colors, or you can choose columns, 1 column, 2 columns, etc. You can choose fixed width or flexible width, and you can also choose features if you want a particular feature for your WordPress theme. So let's go by color. Let's say I want a silver theme. Okay, and all I'm going to do is click on silver, and I want the theme to have a theme options page. So let's click on theme options and then click on find themes. Take note, however, that the keywords, for example silver and theme options, are all entered by the theme developers, so you may not get an exact match. For example, for the term silver, I actually find a blog that looks more red than silver and a blog that looks blue. So however, you can just go to the theme that you want and click on install, and again click on install now. Enter your FTP username and password and click on proceed. So now the theme has been installed. Let's click on return to theme installer and click on manage themes. So here you can see the theme that I have just installed, but I have not yet activated this theme. So you can actually install as many themes as you want without activating it right away. You can just put it in your WordPress blog, then you can preview. And now in the preview, since the WordPress theme has already been installed to your blog, you'll actually be able to see a much better preview based on the actual content of your website. And if you want to activate this theme, you can just click on activate theme name over here, and the theme will be activated for your account. So click on visit site to view the new theme and how it looks like live for your WordPress blog. So that's how easy it is to automatically install new WordPress themes to your WordPress blog. In this video, I'm going to show you how to automatically upgrade your WordPress themes. Once you are logged in to your WordPress account, just go to Appearance and click on Themes. If a particular theme has a newer version, then you should see a message like this that says there is a new version of 2011 available. View version 1.3 details or update automatically. So if you want to check out the updates and see what has changed, then you can click on view version details, and that will bring you to the WordPress themes directory site where you can see more details for this particular theme. So I'm going to click back. I'm going to go to themes again, and this time I'm going to click on update automatically. So you get a message here saying updating this theme will lose any customizations you have made. Cancel to stop, OK to update. If you are still using the default version of the theme without any customizations, then there should be no problem. Otherwise, you may want to save a copy as a backup of your current theme. Click on OK to continue. Next, you will be asked for your FTP information in order to upgrade the theme automatically. Now, for certain web hosting accounts, you may not see this screen at all, since the FTP integration has already been done automatically for this hosting account software. So if you see a screen like this, what you need to enter is your FTP username and password, which is also known as your cPanel username or password. Next, for the connection type, you can just select the default FTP, but if you're using a secure URL, then select FTPS. So let's just use the default FTP and click on proceed. So now my WordPress theme has been updated to the latest version, and you can see the process that happens in the background. First, the theme is downloaded and then it's unpacked. Then the latest version of the theme is installed. Then the maintenance mode is enabled. The old version of the theme is removed. The maintenance mode is disabled, and your theme has been updated successfully. So click return to themes pages to see all your current themes and to update any other theme that you have. The automatic theme updating option is only available for WordPress themes that are supported and that are listed at the WordPress website. If you are using a custom theme or a theme that you have purchased from some other place, then you would need to update your WordPress theme manually. In this video, I'm going to show you how to manually install a WordPress theme. Now, although you can install WordPress themes automatically from the WordPress dashboard, in some cases, especially if you have just purchased a premium theme that is not available directly from the WordPress dashboard, you will need to install it manually. So in this example, I'm going to show you with one of the free themes available. Just go to wordpress.org, then click on themes. Now there are literally thousands of themes in the WordPress directory, so you can browse through some of the themes available here. You can even type in a search term to find the exact theme that you want. In this case, I'm just going to go for the first theme over here. Click on the theme title, and here you have the theme listing page where you can get a brief overview of the theme itself. Next, you can see the version of the theme and the last update for this particular theme. So if you want to take a look at how this theme would probably look like on your blog, you can click on preview, and WordPress would give you a very generic preview showing you how the theme works. The content, of course, is not your blog content. Okay, so let's close this. Now to download the theme, click on download, and you can see over here the download process has started. This may take a while depending on the size of the theme. Once the download is complete, all you need to do is locate the zip file on your computer, and a zip file is basically a compressed collection of all the files, and by default you should have a built-in application in either Windows operating system or Mac operating system that would let you decompress these files. So just right click and click on extract here. So we are actually using a different software, okay, but there are other options for you to extract the files depending on your operating system. So once you have extracted the theme files, you will find a folder here that contains all the necessary files to make this theme work. Next, you need to open up your FTP application and connect to your FTP account. Once you're connected, look for the www or public_html folder. Click into that folder, then click into WP content, and finally click into the themes folder. So this is where all your theme files will be stored, regardless of whether you have installed the theme automatically via the WordPress dashboard or manually, as I'm going to show you here. So before uploading any theme, make sure that the theme itself does not contain nested folders. So in this case, the main folder is Coraline, and it directly contains all the theme files. So make sure it's not nested, and then right click and select upload. So here you can see the upload process. This may take a while depending on the size of the theme itself. I'm going to pause this video while the theme uploads. Once the upload process has been completed, log into your WordPress dashboard, go to Appearance and click on Themes. So here you can see all the available themes in your WordPress blog, including the current theme that you are using. So this is the theme that I have just uploaded by FTP. Now I can click on preview and actually preview this theme based on the actual contents of my blog. So if everything looks okay, you can just close this window and click on activate to activate the WordPress theme. So you see a message here, new theme activated. This theme supports widgets, etc., etc. So that's how easy it is to manually install a WordPress theme to your WordPress blog. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create custom menus for your WordPress blog. Now, by default, WordPress would display in the top navigation section your home page followed by the WordPress pages in your WordPress blog. However, you can customize this navigation to anything that you want using the custom menus option. To get started, just log into your WordPress dashboard and under Appearance, click on Menus. The first thing you want to do is create a new menu by giving it a name. So I'm going to call it Main Navigation, and this is the links that I want to appear in the main navigation section of my WordPress blog, and click on Create Menu. Your custom menu can consist of custom links, for example links to your other websites or link to other important websites, pages, and also categories. So I'm going to start with categories. Just select the category that you want to display in your custom menu, then click on Add to Menu. And you see that the category has already appeared as part of our custom menu. Now I'm going to select some of the pages in this WordPress blog. So I'm going to select this page, click Add to Menu, and the page has been added to my menu. Finally, I'm also going to add some custom links here. Just enter the URL of the link and then give it a label, then click on Add to Menu. So now we have 3 items in our menu. However, I can rearrange the order of these links. So for example, if I wanted the Google link to appear first, I can just click on that, drag it and drop it on top. If I want to select a particular link as a sub link or a sub menu, I can just click it, drag it, and just move it to the right a bit until, as you can see here, is slightly indented, and I'll just drop it here. So now this would appear as a sub menu of the main menu Google. Now I'm going to click on Save Menu to save my changes. Okay, and to put it as the primary navigation, under Theme Locations, select the primary menu as the new menu that you've just created and click on Save. Now I'm going to refresh this blog to show you the changes. This is how the menu used to look like. And this is my new menu. So if I put my mouse over the new menu, I'll be able to see also the sub menus that I have put as part of this new main navigation links. That's how easy it is to create your own custom menu, and you can create as many different menus as you want to display on the main navigation area. You can also display it in the sidebar area using widgets, and also in your footer area also using WordPress widgets. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can very easily customize the appearance of your WordPress theme using the live editor. Now this live editor is only available in WordPress versions 3.4 and above, so make sure that you have upgraded your WordPress blog. Now to get started, just log into your WordPress blog's dashboard, go to Appearance, click on Themes. For all themes that already support the live editor, you will see a link here that says Customize. Okay, and you can only customize your currently active theme. So click on Customize, and that will bring up the really cool new live preview editor. What it means basically is that you can see in real time all the changes that you make to your WordPress blog theme on the right. So this is the default look of the theme. Okay, so you can switch between themes over here, and you can choose a different theme if you want to. Okay, next let's look at site title and tagline. Now the properties here can also be edited to the WordPress settings page. So you can always edit here, or you can edit on the settings page. You can choose to display header text or not. And as you can see, the changes are instant, live changes. Okay. Now let's go to colors. So you can choose to modify the header text color to any color that you want. And you can also choose the default color to any color that you want as well. Okay, now let's go to header image. Now for header image, you can select the random default image settings, which is what I set in my WordPress blog settings page. Okay, however, I can upload a new one here, or I can choose from the available default images. So let me click on this image here, and you'll see the live changes appear on my blog. Okay, and next is background image. So the background image is the section that appears in the black area here. Okay, so you can select an image, or you can just leave the background as a pure solid color. And then static front page. So you can choose to display your latest post, or you can choose to display a static page, whereby you need to choose the front page and you need to assign all your blog posts to a separate page. Okay, so let's see the changes here. So if I want to change it back to the typical blog layout, I'll just go to click on your latest post. Okay, now click save and publish to save and publish your changes. So that's how easy it is to customize the appearance of your WordPress blog theme. In this video, I am going to show you how to use WordPress widgets for your WordPress blog. Now first let's take a look at how the default blog with the default theme would look like after you have installed it. So as you can see here, this is the sidebar section, and this is the default information that appears in the sidebar. However, you can customize this to anything that you want using WordPress widgets. You can also use WordPress widgets to customize the footer area. To get started with WordPress widgets, just log into your WordPress dashboard, put your mouse on Appearance, and then click on Widgets. On the left, you will be able to see all the available WordPress widgets, and on the right you will be able to see all the available widget areas where you can place these widgets. So to place a widget, just click on the widget that you want to use, hold down your mouse button, drag this entire thing and drop it to the widget area over here. As soon as you do that, the widget will open up with whatever options that are available for this particular widget. So I'm just going to put in some other widgets over here, and you can always minimize those widgets, and to rearrange the order of the widgets, just click, hold, and change the position of the widgets, and it will be automatically reorganized on your blog. Now there are many WordPress widget areas, and they would normally be labeled, for example, footer area 1, area 2 and area 3. So let's put some widgets in footer area 2. I'm going to grab the links widget, and footer area 3 I am going to put in the recent comments widget. Again, you can use the settings here to give the widget a different title other than the default title. And for example, in this widget, I can also choose the number of comments to show. I can just put it to 10 and click on save, and it will be automatically updated. So once you have placed the widgets in the correct positions, let's refresh this theme to take a look at the sidebar area. And this is the default sidebar area before I put in the widgets. And now you can see the WordPress widgets that appear according to the order that I want them to appear, as well as in the footer area you can see the widgets that I have just inserted into the footer area. To remove a widget that you no longer want to use, just maximize the widget, and you can either click on delete, which will delete any data or customization that you have entered for this particular widget, or if you want to use this widget later on but you just want to temporarily deactivate it, what you do is click, drag it and drop it in the inactive widgets column. That way you can still customize the data here, and when you want to reuse the widget, just drag it and drop it to the new position. In this video I'm going to show you how to enable and use the Akismet plugin to control comment spam on your blog. So when you install WordPress, the Akismet plugin will be installed by default along with your WordPress blog. To find it, just go to plugins and click on installed plugins. And right on top you'll be able to see the Akismet plugin. So let's click on activate to activate the plugin. Once the plugin has been activated, you will see a message here: Akismet is almost ready. You must enter your Akismet API key for it to work. So click on the link, enter your Akismet API key. So this is where you enter your Akismet API key. But first you need to get a key. So if you click on get your key over here, you will be taken to the Akismet website. And then when you click on get an Akismet API key, what you will see are paid options for the Akismet key. Okay, in fact there is an option here, a free option for personal blogs. If you click on that, then you will be asked to provide your contact information and also some payment information, etc. You can actually change this by dragging it to 0, and then the credit card information will be gone, but you still need to enter your first name, last name, email address and so on to get your free Akismet key. Once you have filled up the form, just click on continue, and you will get a message here saying that your Akismet subscription is now active and the Akismet key has been sent to your email address. So in your email inbox, look for the Akismet key, click on the email, and you will see your Akismet key over here. So what we're going to do is just copy the Akismet key, then go back to our WordPress blog and paste the Akismet key over here. Also check the auto delete spam submitted on posts more than a month old. Although you may not have any comments yet, but you can just check this option. And then also check show the number of comments you've approved beside each comment author. Okay, then click on update options. Now your options have been saved and the Akismet plugin is active on your WordPress blog. At any time you can always see the status of the various Akismet servers to see if the Akismet servers are online to check and monitor comment spam on your WordPress blog. In this video I'm going to show you some simple but extremely effective ways to further eliminate unwanted spam from your WordPress blog. Now of course you should have the Akismet WordPress plugin installed, and that would get rid of most of the obvious spam. However, there are many other types of spam as well that will not necessarily be solved by having the Akismet plugin. So the easiest way to do it is to go to settings and click on discussion. Now under discussion settings, if you scroll down, you will see some options here that can actually help you to eliminate a lot of spam. And the first is to email you whenever anyone posts a comment or when a comment is held for moderation. Now this really depends on how actively you want to be involved in the process of approving comments on your blog. So if you want to be really involved, then make sure that you check the option to alert you whenever anyone posts a comment. Now if you don't want to be that particular about the comments, then you can just uncheck this and just leave the next option as enabled to email you whenever a comment is held for moderation. Now right below that, you can actually specify how and when a comment should be held in moderation. Okay. Now the most easiest way to do this is to make sure that the comment author must have a previously approved comment. So if someone is commenting on your blog for the first time, then WordPress will look at the person's email address and determine that this email address have never left a comment before, and therefore the comment will be held for moderation, and therefore you will receive an email when that comment is posted. Okay, and if you want to be more strict about it, you can also choose to alert you whenever someone posts a comment, and every comment must be approved by you. Okay, so again, it really depends on how much time you want to spend doing all these things. Next, under comment moderation, you can hold a comment in the queue if it contains a certain amount of links. Now this is a very obvious telltale sign of spammers, especially those type of spammers that probably would get through the automatic spam detection like Akismet. A lot of people like to leave links to their own websites as a signature in their comments. So if you don't want this, okay, so you can put the amount of links that is allowed. For example, by default it is 2. So if someone posts a comment and in their comment they have posted more than 2 links, then that comment will be held in moderation. And right below that, you can actually specify the words email address or IP address to look out for, and anything you specify here will mean that the comment will be entered into the moderation queue as well. Right below that, you have the comments blacklist. Now this is really useful for you to automatically mark certain comments as spam. For example, unless your blog is about Viagra, then it's obvious that anyone posting a comment with the keyword Viagra in it is going to be obvious spam. Okay, so you can put that in here, and you can expand this list as time goes on. Alright, and then you can scroll down, click on Save Changes. Okay, so just by enabling some of the settings here, you can make sure that your blog is 100% spam free. Of course, you have the Akismet spam plugin, and now with this additional settings here, you would make sure that any of the smarter or not obvious spam comments that get past or get through Akismet actually end up in the moderation queue and will only show up on your blog once you have moderated the comment. In this video, I'm going to show you how to install a simple contact form for your WordPress blog. Once you're logged into your WordPress dashboard, go to Plugins and click on Add New. So there are literally hundreds of different contact form plugins available for WordPress. However, the one that we're going to install is called Contact Form 7. So just type in Contact Form 7 over here and click on Search Plugins. So this is the plugin that we want to install, and as you can see, it's a very popular plugin with tons of ratings. Click on Install Now, click on OK, and then proceed to enter your FTP information if required, and click on Proceed to install the plugin automatically. Once the plugin has been installed, click on Activate Plugin. Once the contact form plugin has been activated, you should see a new menu item here, Contact. So click on that. Okay, so by default the plugin would have already generated a contact form for you, and all you need to do is copy and paste this code in your WordPress post or page. Okay, so you can also check some of the variables here, as especially the email address that you want to use and also the message body over here. Okay, alright, so let's just highlight the entire thing here and copy this code. Now let's assume we want to paste this contact form into a page that says contact us. So I'm just going to add a new page, and this page I'm going to call it contact us. Okay, and over here I'm going to paste in the code that I have copied earlier. However, make sure that you are in the HTML mode, and the way you switch is by using the options over here. If you see the icons here, you are in visual mode and you can't paste codes in the visual mode. So switch to HTML mode. Now paste the code over here. Alright, and click on Save Draft. Once the draft has been saved, you can click on Preview to view this page, and you should see the contact form appear over here. So that's how easy it is to install the Contact Form 7 WordPress plugin to your WordPress blog. In the next video, I will show you how you can further customize the contact form by adding in different fields, etc. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can further customize your contact form on your WordPress blog. So in the previous video, I have showed you how to generate a contact form, a very basic contact form like this, using the Contact Form 7 plugin for WordPress. So the basic contact form would contain the name, email address, subject, and also the message that the sender wants to send to you via email. However, if you are using the same contact form for the purposes of providing support, etc., you may want additional fields in your contact form. So there are two ways to do this. You can either ignore the default contact form and add a new form by clicking on Add New or Copy over here, which will actually generate a new form with all the basic setup information as you see in the default contact form. However, in this example, I'm just going to use the existing contact form that I have already placed on my WordPress page, and all I'm going to do is show you how to add new fields to your contact form. So as you can see here, the name, email address, subject, message, and the send button. Okay, but let's say you want to allow your readers to upload a file. So you can select File Upload, and if you want to make an upload required, you can click on Yes, Required Field. Then comes a field name. You can give it an ID, optional, and class optional if you know advanced CSS and you actually have preferences on how to style your contact form. Now comes the file size limit. Okay, so you can specify a limit over here, and if you do not, then all file sizes are accepted. If you only want to accept specific file types, you can enter that over here. So now all I have to do is copy this code and paste it to the correct section. Now of course the submit button has to be the last element in your form. So I'm going to put the file upload field just before the submit button over here. Okay, and you can also add in the paragraph text if you want to. Okay, but for now I'm just going to save this file. So I'm going to go up here, click save, and I'm going to show you the changes. So this is how the form used to look like, and once I refresh the page, now you see the new option to choose a file attachment. Now let's try another one. Let's say, for example, you want to add departments or categories to your contact form. So that would involve either check boxes, radio buttons, or drop down menus. Okay, so let's just select drop down menu for now, and under choices I can actually put in the categories or the departments. Okay, alright, and separate each one. Make sure each department or choice over here is on a separate line, and if you want to allow the user to select multiple selections, you can check this. And if you want to install a blank item as the first option, you can check this also. Okay, if you do not insert a blank item, then sales or the first choice you enter here will be selected as default. Okay, so now same. Okay, I'm going to copy this and I'm going to put it, okay, just before the subject line. Paste. Okay, and I'm going to click save. Okay, now let's preview the form again, and it should appear right before the subject line. Okay, so now you can see the department over here. By default, the first choice is selected, and you can continue to customize your contact form however you want. So that's how easy it is to create a really functional and really specific contact form using the Contact Form 7 plugin for WordPress. In this video, I'm going to show you how to add new users to your WordPress blog. To get started, just log into your WordPress dashboard, go to Users, and click on Add New. All you need to do is fill up this form. Enter the new username, the email address of the user, the first name, last name, and these are the required fields, as well as the password, which you need to enter twice. Website is optional. If you do know the website, please enter that here. Once you have entered the information here, click on Send this password to the new user by email. Now, one of the most important things when adding a new user is to determine the role or the access level of the user. So you can select the access level over here. You can either enable this new user as a subscriber, as an administrator, an editor, an author, or a contributor. As a subscriber, they will only be able to log into your WordPress blog and view all the latest posts, but they will not see all the other options over here that you can see as an administrator. As an author, they would be able to create new blog posts, but they will not be able to publish that blog post until it has been approved by an editor or the administrator. So make sure you select the correct access level over here, and when you're done, you can click on Add New User. However, if you want to enable an open registration for your blog, then it would not make sense to add a new user manually, especially if you're talking about adding a couple of hundred users. So to enable mass registrations for your blog, go to Settings and click on General. Now here, make sure you check the membership options so that anyone can register for your WordPress blog. And then select the new user default role. So by default, all new registrations will be having the access role of subscribers. And you can always go in and edit an individual user to upgrade them to the different levels. So go to the bottom and click on Save Changes. Now that you have enabled the open membership function, you can just give the registration link to any potential new subscribers or members to your WordPress blog. All you need to do is send your visitors to the registration page, which is pretty much standard. It is at your url.com/wp-register.php, and then you will be redirected to a site screen that looks like this, where it says register for this site, and the new user can then choose their own username and enter their email address to register for your WordPress blog. So that's how easy it is to start adding new users to your WordPress blog. In this video, I'm going to show you how to install an audio player on your WordPress blog so that you can play back MP3 files or your podcast easily. Now the first thing you need to do is go to Plugins, click on Add New. Then just type in audio player, click on search plugins. So there are several different audio player plugins that you can choose from, but the one that is most popular and has been around for some time is the one that is simply called audio player. Okay, so I'm going to click on install now. And then I need to put in, of course, my FTP details. Then I can just click on proceed. Once the plugin has been installed, just click on activate plugin to activate the audio player. Okay, so now the audio player plugin has been installed and activated on my WordPress blog. So to find the audio player, you can just click on settings and click on audio player. Now what you need to do is, if you scroll down, so you'll be able to see the default audio folder location. Okay, so this is just a suggestion. If you do not want to create a folder called audio and upload all your MP3 files there, then you can just click on custom, okay, custom location, and then just put in the actual location of the MP3 folder. In most cases, you'd want to use a custom location if the MP3s are actually on a different site other than the site where you just installed a WordPress blog. But if you don't want to mess around with the FTP and uploading of files, then there is an easier way to start displaying MP3 files on your blog. This is to use the default WordPress file or media manager. So you can just go to media and click on add new. And in this particular blog, the maximum upload file size is 8 MB. However, this could be different for your web hosting provider. May have set a different upload file size limit, etc. In most cases, it would be 2 MB. So if your MP3 files are bigger than that, then you may want to just upload it via FTP to the folder and specify a custom location. Right. So in this case, I'm just going to try to show you how it works, like with a very small MP3 file. So I'm just going to click on select files, and then I'm going to select one of my introduction music. Okay, just going to click on this, and you can see that the file has already started the upload process. Okay, so now that the MP3 file has been uploaded successfully and WordPress has detected that it's an MP3 file, so I can actually click on show here to get the complete location of the file. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this file, and then I'm going to go to the WordPress post to select one of the previous sample posts that I put in here. Okay, I'm going to select this one. I'm going to click on edit. Now that we are on the actual WordPress post that we want to put the audio in, First thing you need to do is select exactly where you want the audio to be. Okay, so for example, right, I want the audio to be at the bottom, so I'm going to put a cursor here, and then if you notice under upload and insert there will be an mp3 icon that says add audio. So just going to click on that, add audio. Okay, so since you've already uploaded the files, you can just go to media library, and then you can locate the audio file, click on show, and if you notice the actual URL here, you can click on audio player, and that would insert the proper syntax or the proper code, as you can see here, that you need to make this mp3 file playable on your WordPress blog. And then just click on insert to post. Okay, so let me resize that. Right, so now you can see the actual codes have been added here, and I'm going to click on update. Now that the post has been updated, let's click on view post. Okay, so this is the actual post, and I'm going to scroll down, and here you can see the actual audio player. Alright, so all you need to do is click on play. Okay, so that's how easy it is to add streaming mp3 files or audio files to your WordPress blog using the audio player plugin. In this video, I'm going to show you how to further customize your audio player for WordPress. So once you have installed the audio player plugin, then all you need to do is go to settings and click on audio player. Then just click on display. Okay, so you can see the default audio player. Okay, in this case I've modified it a little, but you'll be able to see a default audio player. Now the first thing that you can do is you can edit the width of the audio player itself. Now by default the audio player is already okay, but for example, if you want to put this audio player mostly in your blog's sidebar, then you may want to edit the width of the audio player to match your blog's sidebar width. Okay, so you can actually customize every single element of this audio player. All you need to do is select the element that you want to customize, and then okay, let's for example select left background. So this is the left background. Okay, so I can either put in the color code or the hex code that I want if I know the exact hex code to put in, or I can just select a color. Okay, so let's put a blue color here. So I can just select the color, and you can see that the color has been changed. Okay, now if you continue to modify the color of each or individual elements here, then your audio player could actually end up looking worse off than it was. So an easier way to do this is to just click from your theme to pick some of the recommended colors for the audio player itself. Okay, and now let's go to the right background. Again, I can click from theme and I can customize this. Now let's go to the text itself, okay, or the progress bar. Okay, again, this is the default value for the progress bar. I can select from theme, can customize the progress bar. Okay, you can see the changes here. I'm going to put in a blue color. Okay, then I can also customize the volume control, for example. Alright, so you can see the changes here. Now once I'm satisfied with the changes, I can click on save changes. Okay, so I'm going to go back to display, click on display. You can see my new layout or my new color scheme here. Alright, now there are certain options that you can mess around with. Again, this really depends on how you want the audio player to interact with your blog. By default, if you remember the video earlier, the audio player appears in a very compact position or compact mode, and it only stretches out and displays the full audio player like this when you click on the play button. Alright, but you may want to disable that animation, and you can do that by just clicking on disable animation here. Then you can also show the remaining time. This is very useful if you are playing a very long MP3 file or a podcast file, so you may want to let your subscribers or your blog visitors know exactly how much time there is left for that particular podcast, and then you can just click on save changes. Now another very important setting to edit is the feed options. So if you click on feed options, by default the custom alternate content just displays the text here. Alright, so let me explain what happens here. The audio player will only show up on your WordPress blog. It will not show up in your RSS feed. So therefore, if you have a significant amount of people actually reading your RSS feed instead of visiting your blog, then you may want to enable them to download the MP3 link directly. In that case, you can just select download link. Alright, so in the RSS feed they'll be able to see the MP3 link, and they can download it and listen to it on their computer, on the iTunes player or whatever. But if you want them to visit your actual blog post and play the streaming audio, then you select nothing, and then you can just edit the text that you want to put in here. So when you're done with that, click on save changes. Okay, so that's how easy it is to customize your audio player to match the appearance of your WordPress blog. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use Gravatars for your WordPress blog. Now, what is a Gravatar? A Gravatar is simply a global avatar, or an avatar that you can use anywhere on any website. It is tied up to your email address. Now, if you have a new WordPress blog, and when you log into your WordPress blog, you'll probably see the default blank image here, which means that you don't have a Gravatar yet. So let's get a Gravatar so that your image will show up here and also on any blog that you leave a comment with the same email address. To get a Gravatar, just go to gravatar.org and you will see the Gravatar website over here. Click on Get Your Gravatar Today. Then enter your primary email address or the email address that you use most often into this field here and click on Sign Up. Now every Gravatar you create is tied up to a particular email address. But just enter your primary email address, and later after you've created your account, you will be able to add additional email addresses to the same account to use the same image as your Gravatar. So since I already have a Gravatar, I'm just going to click on Login, and I'm going to log into my account here. Okay, and as you can see, I already have an image associated with my Gravatar. Okay, and it shows here that this is my primary email address, which cannot be deleted. However, I can always change the image that I want to use for my Gravatar. Okay, so if I have multiple images, all those images will show up here. In this case, I only have a single image. So I'm going to click on Add New Image just to show you how to upload a new Gravatar. Now you can upload an image from your computer's hard drive, or you can choose an image on the internet as long as you have the URL or the location of the image. You can also choose to add the image from a webcam attached to your computer or a previously uploaded image. So let's take the easiest example, is just to upload an image from my computer's hard drive. So I'm going to click My Computer's Hard Drive. Then I'm going to click on Choose File to select the file I want to use. So I have a list of images on my computer, and I'm going to go through those images. Okay, so let's say for example I want to use this image, and I'm going to click on Open and click on Next. In the next screen, you'll be asked to resize and crop your image according to the standard Gravatar format. So you can just move the crop screen over here, and you can also put your mouse on the edges of the crop area and you can resize it accordingly. Okay, and if you notice, Gravatar will show you the small preview as well as the large preview for your actual Gravatar. And once you're satisfied, go to the bottom, click on crop and finish. Finally, you'll be asked to select a rating for your Gravatar image. So unless you've uploaded a pornographic or obscene image, in most cases you just select rated G. So just click on rated G, and now your Gravatar has been uploaded to gravatar.org, and you can start using your Gravatar everywhere on the internet. As long as you type in a comment, this email address, your Gravatar will appear. So now let's go back to our WordPress blog, and I'm going to click on users, go to my profile. Previously I changed my email address to something else just to show you how a default WordPress would look like without your Gravatar. And now I'm going to change it to the actual email address that I use in gravatar.org, and I'm going to click on update profile. Okay, so now my profile has been updated, and if I put my mouse over here, you can see the image that I've just selected before. So that's how easy it is to start using Gravatars on your WordPress blog.